something called growth mindsets today, and how you have the power to make it happen. As you leave, you start to, as I leave today, that you start to understand that developing a growth mindset is a choice that you can make that will positively impact your life, not just in school, but long after school. And that I'd like you to know how the brain works. You'll learn a little bit about how the brain works today and what is the difference between a growth and a fixed mindset. And I'd like you to start to self-assess, to look at yourself and say, who am I? What is my mindset? And what choices can I make for academic and personal success? And hopefully you'll learn that, you'll start to see that your attitude about yourself as a learner changes, and that maybe you get more homework done, and that maybe your attendance improves if you're having problems with attendance. I'm going to show you a little short video clip here, and as you watch it, I want you to think about what do you think is happening in this video. With the brain doing what?
Thinking.
Brain thinking?
Brain stuff.
Neurons. That is a simulation of how the brain is learning. And you know, it's really interesting. When I was in school in your age, we didn't know very much about how the brain worked at all. We hardly knew anything. But now there are neuroscientists, and their job is to do nothing but study how the brain works. So we have all this cool science that we know about our amazing brains and how they work. What I'd like you to talk about in your groups right now, and I'm going to give you timekeepers. You're going to have 2 minutes, and I'll tell you when it starts. I want you to talk about, what do you know? I mean, this is your brain, and you've got the power to control your brain. What do you know about your amazing brain?
Someone at our table said that your left side controls your right side, and your right side controls your left side.
So do you think go faster in the brain?
My group said like it sends signals to your body and stuff.
So we're going to have you feel how your brain works by doing an activity. You'll have 2 choices. One is sort of a logical, mathematical one, and one is sort of a language activity. The logic one will be making puzzles out of toothpicks, and the word one will be riddles. Okay, so in your head, pick which one you want to do. Okay, everybody stand up. Leave your stuff where it is, because you're going to come back here, but everybody stand up. And if you want to do the puzzles, the math puzzles, come over here. If you want to do the word riddles, come over here. Why did you pick the activity you picked? And how did you feel before? And then as you started doing the activity, how did you feel and what were you saying inside your head? And I do this with teachers all the time, and they say the same thing, I'm guessing, that you're saying in your heads as you were trying. So what were things you were saying? Be honest about what you were saying. Recorder, you're going to jot down some of those thoughts. And then how did you feel when I said time's up and you were done and you saw the answers?
Really hard.
It felt like I did it, but I did it differently.
So right now what I'd like is everybody to stand up. I'm going to ask you to share, and once you share, you get to sit down. Okay? Why did you pick the activity, or how did you feel?
Because I thought it would be fun and easy.
Got to be fun and easy. How many people picked the one they thought would be easy? Okay. Another reason why you picked what you picked?
I picked it, the math one, because I love math.
Because you love math. Another reason why you picked this was purposely hard. I do the same things with teachers, and they say the same things. They wanted to quit. They thought this was stupid. So how many of you thought you started getting mad at me? Who is this lady? Why is she making us do this? A college professor at Stanford University in California, and she studied brains. We have the power within our brains, those amazing brains with all those neurons growing, to make ourselves smarter. And she's worked with 7th graders, actually. True. She took 7th graders who were struggling in math, and she showed them over and over again in groups how their brains worked, and then gave them some strategies to be better math learners, and their grades and their scores and their attitudes are going up every time. Every time. So the more you understand how your brain works, the more you can change the messages that play in your brain. The brains don't grow neural connections magically. They grow them by hard work and by not giving up. So we're going to say neurons that fire together, wire together. Get your hands and your mouths ready. We're going to do it 3 times. Right, everybody? Neurons that fire together, wire together. Say it again. Neurons that fire together, wire together. One more time. Neurons that fire together, wire together. So I want to show you some people that have made really important choices in their life, starting in elementary school and middle school and high school, about how to develop their brain. You're going to listen to Michael Jordan talking to LeBron James here for a moment about how he changed his mindset.
What should I do? Should I admit that I've made mistakes? Should I remind you that I've done this before? Want to see my shiny new shoes? Should I just sell shoes? Shiny new shoes? Maybe I should just disappear.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
Just walk up to a basketball hoop. You have to go through the series of steps before you can.
Doesn't happen magically, right?
Oh, that, you can always do something if you put your mind to it.
With your core group, I want you to find a way that you're going to remember what the difference is between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset.